This is the first ever uh, Not a Sidekick Productions Thanksgiving dinner being held here in our little Minecraft town.
Bah humbug.
Hosted by
Oh,
Captain Lemus. I'm joined by
Mhm.
None the Boss.
so
And over here on the door is Digital Dachi. Anywho, so if you do want food, there is several different types of food. I made some chicken to represent our turkey. Got pumpkin pie. We got baked potatoes. And we got some suspicious stew because it's not a family Thanksgiving unless there's something that you're not quite sure what it is.
I don't know where you grew up at, but we knew exactly what the fuck we were eating.
I did too for the most part, but not all of it. There's been a time or two there's been a dish that I'm like, I'm not sure what that is. So I thought we would do something a little bit different. Instead of the normal cave diving, mine diving, all this stuff, figured we would hang out here and well, this one is the Not a Sidekick Productions Beardos podcast here. So yeah. So one thing I want to talk about is since we are playing Minecraft, something that's been on my mind.
oh my god, we're playing Minecraft.
Oh my, what?
Are you sure this was a good idea?
No chicken for you.
Shame.
I want to eat it right in front of you.
Okay.
What were we just eating off? That didn't come out right. I regret everything. I got to thinking about
Podcast in front of Minecraft.
I got to thinking about games, specifically like old school. Me and Dwayne was talking the other day about some of our first Minecraft maps and our first days playing Minecraft. And I don't know if you noticed, but Game Fuel, they brought the like Halo Mountain Dew Game Fuel back to stores. And because of that, me and Marissa was playing Master Chief Collection. We was playing Halo 3 the other day. So yeah, I've been thinking a lot about nostalgic games specifically. And I thought, yeah, this Thanksgiving dinner we could talk about some nostalgic stuff and maybe get to know the Not a Sidekick Productions crew through some questions about our favorite games. I do challenge the fans to ask us some questions in the comments and stuff for the next little meeting we do, next little question
How
and
about
answer.
say I open the opportunity for our fans instead of I challenge you, bitch.
Listen to
you
me.
can't ask a better question
Listen,
than me.
no, hold on. Our fans are our fellow adventurers like us, and you know what a
Mhm.
fellow adventurer likes to hear? The words a challenge.
Get
They
off your
rise
ass
to the
and get out there and
challenge.
do it.
That's right. They rise to the challenge. You fool. So the first question I wanted to ask, and I already know one of your answers, and the other one I don't know.
Well, direct it to who you want to first. Make sure you keep this formatted.
It is formatted. I'll direct. Okay, we'll start with Dachi because he's on the left here. I'm going left to right, or right to left. I don't know my directions.
That is left to right. I am on your left now. Now I'm on your right.
Okay,
Now I'm on your left.
we're starting
You
with
get
Dachi. We're starting with Dachi and then going to None the Boss. Mainly because I know Dachi's answer, but I also feel he'll give a good reasoning why. So the first thing I wanted to ask is everybody's favorite MMO. And if you're not aware at home, MMO is massive multiplayer online. And you'll hear some examples.
MMORPG, but whatever.
Well, fair enough.
Massively multiplayer online role playing game.
There you go. But there's a lot, and there's a lot of history that I know me and Dwayne specifically. I believe you have played some with us as well, Jared, but I'm not sure which ones you are more into or are more into. But that's where I'm starting. We'll get to other games and other game genres.
Okay,
but
state your question direct.
Okay. What is your favorite or some of your favorite MMO RPGs from your memory, from like nostalgia purposes? Which I mean, for us, we've been playing the same ones, a lot, but you know what I mean.
I started out with RuneScape, as most 10-year-old kids do. Played it for, well, technically I still play old school RuneScape on my phone, but Um, City of Heroes was the one that molded me to play MMOs. It was one of the coolest, most classic starts, I think, for me. I played it all the way to like level 40, which was 10 off from being max, just because the computer I had was about to blow up when I played it. But then I moved to the next town that I lived in, and I was about 14. How old would we have been in 2006?
I was 10. So you guys would have been like 12 or 13.
12 or 13, yeah.
Okay, I started playing World of Warcraft during the classic time, which was when it first came out. And I've played ever since then, so they just celebrated their 20th. Hold up. Fact check myself because I got an email about it. They just celebrated. Well, I guess it doesn't freaking matter because I can't find it, but at least 20 years worth.
Which is a long time for an MMO. There's a lot of MMOs from our youth that have come and gone, kind of thing.
Yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic, or not the Old Republic, Galaxies. Star Wars
Galaxies. Yeah. Oh wow, that's a deep
Which
cut throwback.
I did find a private server that would be fun to play, but whatever.
Ooh, interesting. None the boss. You got any good MMO stories before
I'm sure I've got some.
Let's start with the basics. Because again, I know obviously with a lot of the ones like RuneScape and City Heroes and Star Wars, me and Dwayne played a lot of those back in the day.
Right.
But like, I feel like you played RuneScape at one point.
Yeah, I played all of that with like you guys for like a little bit, but like.
You made a character on your whatever your freaking City Heroes account.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, it's been a minute.
My little brother made characters too. I've still got them. I just don't ever talk to him.
Fair point. Yeah, I remember. That was what I was gonna say. Like, obviously, I remember RuneScape. I guess it would have been first. We did play it before we did City of Heroes, didn't we?
We played RuneScape to start, and then we went into City of Heroes.
That's what I was thinking. Because I remember, RuneScape, we were so deep into it. I mean, we had a mining business, like a legit business, and everything on there. Well, legit for a couple of kids playing an online video game, but you know what I mean. But yeah, like we had meetings with other people on there that had tons of money, in-game money, gold, I should say. But I remember all that. That was wild times. Like we'd make sure we was on by a certain point to play at the same time as the other people. And then I'll still, to this day, as far as in my all-time, like just ultimate favorite, because I played a lot of Star Wars, Old Republic as well, but I would say City Heroes hands down is my top fave, just because the one gaming memory, one of my top gaming memories ever, and I've told you this before, Dwayne, several times, but was the Rictia invasion event. Just
that was a really fun time, actually.
It blew my mind, dude. Like it was like, I don't know, it's weird. It's one of those things like that gamers and gamer community gets a lot of gruff sometimes, and gets discounted sometimes. But man, there was a point where we was on there, and I remember
19
looking
years.
over.
That's how long it's been out.
Geez, so yeah, about 20. That's a long time in
that's
the
over half
MMO
my
world.
life.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, dude, during that invasion, and it was a whole big event where you had the spawns coming in, and you had so many players, but each one was going around in groups and giving out buffs and running healing. Like it was just such a tight knit community, interwoven experience that I'll never forget. But yeah, obviously, but outside of MMOs, I guess if my first kind of real gaming experience would have been with probably Super Nintendo. I want to say NES, but I think Mama and
I
Papa
had an
both had.
Atari.
Really? That's a deep cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Might
had an Atari.
explain why you're
I
a
remember
bigger
playing
Sonic fan.
Pitfall.
Pitfall's a good one. That's old but good.
Really hard, what it is.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Old
I've-
school Frogger. It sucked.
I loved old Frogger. It sucked, but I loved it. See, we had it for Super Nintendo or NES one. I can't remember which.
Joust.
I've had just about
Joust
every
was
gaming
good.
system except the two new ones, the PS5 and
PS4.
Xbox X
Oh.
or whatever.
Yeah, I've not had a PS4 or PS3 or 5. We have 3, 4, and 5 on the PlayStations. I've not owned. I've played on 3 and 4, but I've not owned any.
I want to say I have a PlayStation 4 somewhere, but I mean, Sarah's got one, but I don't. I might have one. I can't remember.
I have one, but it's collecting.
Oh, you're trying to save it and get the 5, ain't you?
Yeah. So I can collect dust.
I don't like PlayStation much. Their controllers hurt my hands.
Yeah.
They're very different. Like I said, I used to be real big on PS2 back in the day, but after that, I've not been.
I was
into it as
until I
much.
grew up and my hands got too big for the damn controllers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Pretty much.
And then, like I said, and that was the next thing I was going to get into is talking about speaking of Halo, like some FPS. I'm not a real big FPS guy now, but
What does FPS stand for?
it's a first-person shooter, sir.
Why are you running around?
I don't know.
I
I
gotta
think
make sure my fire escapes are clear at all times.
he scares me. Oh, that was cool. You almost got him.
That's what.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how to pick arrows up.
You just run over top of him.
You
never worked
bend
for me.
over. Jesus Christ.
But anyway.
Mhm.
Continue.
Yeah. So, got him. I'm sorry. Ooh, this would be fun because we did all play Halo. Do y'all have
kid.
a favorite Halo game?
Memory?
We'll start broad.
3.
3.
I might get some flack for what I'm about to say.
He's gonna say fucking Reach.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Reach.
Nobody likes Reach.
I do.
And nobody likes people who like Reach.
Ouch.
It's
Here's the
also
thing.
true.
Three is very high up. 3 is a very close number 2.
Mm.
I do really like Reach. I like the story. I like the whole. It's the Rogue One of Halo. Point is, you got a favorite Halo map? Like multiplayer.
Blood Gulch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with. I'll agree with that.
Or
I'll go there.
coagulation.
No, coagulation can go fuck itself.
Favorite Pokemon game.
Say
Silver.
favorite Pokemon game?
Yes,
Blue.
Classic silver.
mine's Gold.
Not the revamp shit.
Actually, mine would be Crystal. I like Crystal better than Gold and Silver.
Wow, bougie.
I mean,
Nah, I just really like Suicune.
same fucking game.
Eh.
I was making a joke like crystals are better than gold and silver materials.
I just also really like the Johto region.
Johto region was the best region.
What's your favorite Pokemon type?
Ghost.
Hype.
Ghost or Dragon?
Damn you.
Unless I go with Noibat and then I'll go Dragon Dark.
Rock or water?
Nice.
Rock Lobster.
Yeah.
Mine was gonna be Dragon or Ghost. But I also really like Fire type. But my favorite Pokemon of all time is Ghost, so but I do like a lot of dragons and I like a lot of the fire types. Favorite starter from any generation?
Mm.
I told it all.
That's a good
Bulbasaur.
pick. That's a good pick as well.
And Bulbasaur is highly underrated.
I agree.
He really is.
Like you're gonna get your ass, or you're gonna beat the first two gyms easy. You're gonna have trouble the rest of the game, but you can supplement other things to make it better.
That really. Oh, there you go. Speaking, we touched earlier on Star Wars. What's your favorite Star Wars game? Because there's been a lot over the years.
If we're going FPS, Battlefront 2, the original.
That's
Okay.
what the Old Republic too.
The Knights 2.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's a hard game. I'm not even gonna lie about it. It's incredibly difficult.
It is, but also like the first Knights of the Old Republic is so iconic. Like the second one's good, but it's not as well known. So it's props for going for
Now,
the
if we're
second one.
talking lightsaber battle, I'm probably gonna say Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed is good. I was watched this thing the other day that had like a montage of like it was at GameStop and it has shown Force Unleashed, shown Knights of the Old Republic. It was showing the Jedi Academy game, like talking about super old school. Like it was showing a lot of different Star Wars game footage.
Now, my favorite co-op's probably when we played Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh man, don't like the movie tie-in game that we had.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, God,
so
that
good.
was
That's a deep
so
cut.
fucking good.
That's such a deep cut, but so good. It had the actual cutscenes from the movie. And it had some cutscenes that were like deleted scenes that didn't even make it into the movie. So good. That game, yeah, because man, remember in some of the fights and levels on that, which reminds me, thinking about the episode 3 movie tie-in game, and this is going to sound weird for anybody that's not us and our core group.
Peter Jackson King Kong.
That's a good one.
What?
That's a good one. There was a Peter Jackson King Kong game movie tie-in. But no, I was
Hmm.
going to say not movie tie-in related, but just around the same time that I remember playing episode 3 a lot was Dragon Ball Sagas, which gets
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, everybody hates it now and or like talks about how trash it was. But I remember really enjoying that game. It was different, and I think
For
that's
what
what I
we
liked
had
about
at the
it.
time, it was
Yeah.
great.
Right. I'm saying it was
But
something
we've never
different.
had it other than the Game Boy Advance games, the Legend
Legacy of Goku.
of Goku
Yeah,
and
those were good.
Legacy of Goku 2,
Yep,
which I
Boost
beat the
Fury.
shit out of both of them.
Yep, same. Or no, there was 3. What was the second one?
No, there's only 2. It only went up to Cell Saga. It stopped when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 and
Right,
killed
but they
Cell.
had a third one called Boost Fury that came out, but I think it was on Advance. I think it was like one of the other systems. But
Remember the SP or whatever?
yeah,
It was also a card game, I believe.
really, so I didn't know.
That was a really fun game.
There was one that was There's a creeper just standing by the window, just listening to our conversation. Oh, he's moving on. He's got bored.
You never call out a creeper. Of course they're going to run away.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Touche. That's on me. Sorry, sir.
He's
There
not
was
sorry.
another game. What was the Dragon Ball Z game or Dragon Ball game? I believe it was for Game Boy SP or Advance, where you would have like 3 fighters and you could just rotate them out in mid fight. You remember the one I'm
Was that
talking
not
about?
Tenkaichi?
No,
Tenkaichi
Tenkaichi
was
was
on the PlayStation,
like
and then
actual
later
consoles.
on GameCube.
Yeah. You're thinking of like the Budokai games and Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
No, this one is like something Warriors, like Super Warriors, Super Saiyan Warriors.
Super Warriors Z.
Maybe.
Warriors.
But yeah, I remember it was just like a straight up Street Fighter-esque type thing. It was just really quick paced battles, but you could also just swap in and out. And I played that a little bit. Man, yeah, I remember I still have like strong nostalgic memories of when you had the house over there behind the landing, behind Greyhawk Landing, when we had a big Budokai, the original Budokai on GameCube, big tournament over there at your house, Dwayne.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah.
So we did it at our house too.
What's what I'm saying? Yeah, with the later ones, we had a couple
I
at
mean,
our
it
house.
didn't end well because you and John could never get along.
No.
What?
What are you talking about?
You.
Uh,
I mean, you guys did fight like cats and dogs if one of you lost, but that's fine. That's what brothers do.
that's fair. True. We was middle schoolers. Which speaking of GameCube, I think one we all need to talk about and touch on here is Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Which I played the other day actually, just for nostalgic purposes. There was another one we had, and now I'm going to go blank on which one it was. We had Adventure Battle 2 or Adventure 2 Battle.
You had
which,
DX.
DX, that's the one I was thinking of.
That was the first one, and then Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the follow up.
Right, because then in DX you fight Chaos. Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chaos.
Yeah, it's Chaos.
It had a really good song in it too. They had the soundtracks for both.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
absolute baller.
If you haven't listened to the soundtracks from the original Sonic game, which you were talking about DX,
yeah,
all the way up to the latest few, there's not a bad song on them. There's a few that aren't as catchy as the others, but
we got Pillagers, boys.
Trying to ruin our Thanksgiving podcast? I don't think so. Alright, well, they should have brought more guys.
They're bringing mobs if we don't get back in here.
It's all good. We're coming back.
anyway,
Where was we? We interrupt this program.
We went out there, beat some ass, and came right back to where we were.
Oh man. No man, I remember.
Here's a throwback that I can remember that was really fun. Playing Resident Evil 5 and 6 for the first time.
Oh gosh. Yes. I think my favorite memories of 6 was because we went. I think it was the midnight release. We all went. A bunch of us went to that, and I remember because
you all did.
Yeah, sorry, it was one of us was from a younger age group at the time. But I remember me, Dwayne, I believe Rob, Denver, and I think Steven, I think a bunch of us went. But I remember we all got it, and the goal was we was going to split off into pairs because in 6 you have 3 different storylines with 3 different pairs, and we were all going to start at a different place with different pairs and paired up, and I was paired with Denver, who had never played a horror game with me, so he was the only one that didn't realize how jumpy I am when I play spooky games and how easily jumpy I am. And he was cracking up so bad because I get spooked, I jump, and I make those weird sounds. So
this is true. Like, you don't even want to watch him play most scary games.
And I was doing that.
Posted in case you want to see what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. But Denver was cracking up, dude, and like I mean that's the one takeaway is I'm like as embarrassed as I felt good because he's like, man, he goes, I'll pair up with you every time if it's going to be this funny, and I was like, well, thanks.
That was such a good game. That was a really well designed game for having that many storylines tying together all at once.
Yeah, kind of like Operation Raccoon City
right now.
6 and 7 was really good, or 7 and 8 was really good too.
7 and 8 were phenomenal.
I got that far.
Phenomenal.
Oh god, they're so good.
Do you know anything about the DLC for 8 yet? I know it came out, but I ain't seen or tried it.
You play as
the daughter.
What's his Dick's daughter, and she's got like special powers or some shit.
I still ain't played 4, the remake of 4 yet, but I kind of want to because I loved the first Resident Evil 4.
4's good. It's just
the original.
Weird storyline. They come out of left field.
The new one, or are you talking about the old one?
The old one.
See, the old one's one of my favorite games of all time. That's
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying the storyline for it was completely like,
yeah, it's wild.
How the hell does this even make sense?
Yeah.
Because you go from having Leon, who just survived the bioweapons in Raccoon City.
Right.
And then he leaves on the train. Then 3's got Nemesis, who Alice? Oh, fuck did I say Alice? We ain't talking about the fucking
movies. Yeah, you think of
we ain't talking about the movies. What's the hell? Jill. Yeah, Jill has to fight Nemesis and deal with all that crap.
See, I
But-
didn't play through.
And she eventually kills him with a rocket launcher and a flamethrower.
Jeez. Yeah, see, the third one and Code Veronica X, I think, are the only two I've not played.
Code Veronica was really hard. It's really fun.
I even played Operation Raccoon City, Dwayne's fave.
I mean, I wouldn't say favorite. It was fun.
Yeah, that was another one that we all went to the midnight launch for. Oh, speaking of midnight launches and zombies, Dead Island, a fun game, and I
When
still
is
ain't played the
What's
second
the
one.
other Dead Island coming out? I
It's
thought there was a
out.
new
It's
one.
already out.
Yeah.
I'd kill to play that one.
Same.
No. Well, maybe that's something we'll do.
That's true. Yeah, maybe when we look
Yes.
into next, I get a little money back from getting Mines of Moria, which I'll have to test soon. I've not even opened it yet. So excited. Which, you know, there's not been a lot of Lord of the Rings games.
Lord of the Rings 2 was one of the best ones.
Yeah, I never got to play that. I
You
played.
just forgot about Gollum.
I refuse. No, that doesn't exist. I'm not
There's a-
acknowledging that one.
There's a Gollum filter on Snapchat.
Is it really?
I mean,
Jeez. Oh
it
shoot!
makes you look like Gollum. Did you just throw your spyglass like an idiot?
I put it inside the item frame. I put it on a plate. Dude, so I got two more games to cover. I got two more big ones. Both for GameCube. First of all, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forgotten Kingdoms, or is it Forbidden
It's
Kingdom?
Forgotten.
Okay.
It's Forbidden Kingdoms.
Yeah. Dude, that one was
Forgotten Realms was the actual card.
Okay, yeah. I like the GameCube one where it's like
Chess, more or less.
yeah, you have the actual it's almost like a Final Fantasy even where it's turn based and you get three monsters. You're just traveling along this big board kingdom thing. That was so much fun. It was so again, it was different. It was something that you don't see and you don't get nowadays. And obviously we're big Yu-Gi-Oh heads, the actual cards, but that's a whole different thing. We're on video games now, but that's why I brought up the Yu-Gi-Oh video game. The other game that I wanted to bring up that all three of us have a lot of experience in is Turok Evolution.
Yes.
That is not what I thought you were going to say, actually. When you said GameCube and
Oh, what was you
Game.
thinking?
Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's another good one. Oh, wow. Yeah. The original Animal
If they
Crossing.
they need to fix Animal Crossing on the Switch to be like it. That way everybody will play it.
Right. Because it was fun. It was more fun. I don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously, there's more to do now, but man, that original. See, with the original, the only thing it was
Well, they
missing.
kind of gave you where you're living. You don't get to just up and okay, you control this, you control
Right.
that, you get to build this around. Don't give me that. Give me this little spot that I get to make mine. Give me items I can buy. Give me
Right.
fucking little graboids I can pick up and collect all
Like-
three sizes of.
Keep all the multiplayer, like fishing and all that stuff, being able to play at the same time. But, like, again, having a dedicated area for your housing, for all of the housings, was right there in that little dedicated area. It was really nice. I liked it. And you had the message board right in the center. Yeah, there was a lot of things that it did right.
I remember when you used to try and change the time and Mr. Rossetti would get mad at you.
Dude, if you turned off
Oh.
the GameCube without saving it, he would get mad. That dude was always mad. And then he had a brother that would show up from time to time.
Kids today don't even know who that is.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Let's a lot of the stuff we've mentioned, kids today are gonna be like, what? But do your research. Go look it up. You'll have fun. I promise.
Probably not.
But yeah, Turok Evolution, dude. I remember we used to play that and listen to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Music to Duel by soundtrack.
I only played it so I could chuck that grenade that sucked them all in and you could watch their bones just crack.
I was just fixing to say it's the Black Matter Cube. I was actually thinking about it the other day. The Black Matter Cube.
Because he wish he had one at Walmart.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Did you just try to leash me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kinky. Boys have fun in there.
Oh man. Speaking of leashing things, anybody remember
Whoa.
the Monster Rancher game?
Yes.
Oh,
That was a fun game.
God.
And
Does
you
anybody
could,
even fucking remember Monster Rancher?
yes, of
A lot
course.
of people do. It's a really good.
Mochi and The wolf, his name was like Tiger or something. It was like it made no sense, but
Ty or some shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Tiger.
Then you had Mochi. I don't remember the big eyeball guy's name. Then you
I
had
don't
the
know, but I remember
jellies.
that game was really cool because you could put CDs in.
Yes, to get
And you
monsters,
got
it would actually
monsters off the
spin it.
CDs.
Yes.
Did you ever have one of them handhelds that did you scan the barcode and it would make a monster on the handheld?
No, but I wanted to. Like I remember
I had
seeing it.
one.
I've heard of those and seen them, but like man, well, I'm jealous. That's awesome.
I had it, and I had most of the Digivices except the original.
I had one Digivice. You're talking about the ones that's kind of like a Tamagotchi.
I had that one, but the Digivice I'm talking about, you would scan the. It would
I
also
remember
you
what you're
scan
talking
barcode and
about.
get Digimon.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about now. Man, where's that? Where's like Pokemon Go but Digimon? Um,
Uh, they won't do that because Digimon's investing in their card game, which we need to learn to play.
yeah, we do. I
I've
agree.
got enough. I fucking should have enough cards for us to play, honestly.
I'm not
Yeah,
big on cards, but I suppose.
I suppose.
We need to fucking get our Pokemon D&D going. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
let's
fun too.
just.
Obviously, speaking of MMOs, I know it's not exactly an MMO, but we talked about this one the other day. Was Toontown.
Toontown Nemo.
Fuck is that?
You would
Never-
actually really
yeah.
enjoy it.
I love Toontown. We played it not too
If
long
we
ago.
had, yeah, me, you, Sarah, and I don't remember if Marissa played, but me, you,
Yeah.
and Sarah did for
Yeah,
sure.
she played some with us. Yeah, I got her
We
on
had
there.
4 people running on there though. God, it'd be freaking dope doing
I
those
have
big.
a laptop. You guys know that, right?
No,
I know it, but I didn't know
You
if
can
you ever
play
got your
Toontown
battery
on it.
stuff. Yeah, because Toontown's not bad. I never know if you got
Toontown's-
your stuff lined out on it. I don't know how well
I mean, I
it
can
works.
play some, right. I can play some stuff. I can't do like probably World of Warcraft or some heavy
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah,
but
Star Wars and like Minds of Warrior, it would eat your laptop alive. But Toontown you probably could run. Toontown probably wouldn't
Toontown
be
you
too bad.
could. Toontown's not bad at all.
Yeah, I miss it. Good. Fun
Toontown,
times.
it pretty much, Jared. It's a turn-based. Like, say me, you, and
Oh.
James ran into this thing. We would all pick an ability, and it's you do gags on them. So like, you'd have a bottle of seltzer you'd spray them with, or throw a pie in their face, or when you get leveled up, you can shoot a water hose at them,
Drop
like a
anchors
fire
on their head,
hydrant.
yeah.
Drop anchors and shit like that. It's a Disney game, so it's got
It
like Mickey
sounds like-
Mouse and. But that's
Yeah, so
that's be good, I think.
interesting little walk down memory lane with some interesting video games. So in the comments, yeah, be sure to let us know some of your favorite old school gaming memories, some games that you grew up with that you're nostalgic for. If you have any of the answers to the questions I asked, like regarding to the Star Wars games and Halo and whatnot, or if you have questions that you'd like to ask us or topics that you'd like to see us cover, be sure to let us know. Like I said, any kind of thing, kind of nerdy, geeky, you can kind of tell from just this conversation or other videos alone the kind of things we're into, and I don't want to say knowledgeable, but experienced in. Sounds better. Yeah, be sure to do that, and I hope you've enjoyed your feast here with us. Hope everybody got a good plate of grub while they was watching along and enjoying. And as you can see, None the Boss is running off that Thanksgiving dinner already, getting his pre-workout in so he can be ready for Christmas dinner. And
Oh, I was going to go work out actually. Thanks.
be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and come see us in the next adventure.